The chosen path, why your journey had to be this hard. There is a path in life that not everyone is meant to walk. A path that feels lonely. A path that feels confusing. A path that sometimes makes you question everything you thought you knew about life. This is the chosen path. And if you are watching this message right now, there is a strong chance that you are walking that path. Because people who are not meant for this journey rarely feel drawn to messages like this. The chosen path is not the easy path. It is not the popular path. And it is definitely not the path that everyone will understand. In fact, one of the first signs that you are on the chosen path is that most people around you will not understand your journey. They will question your decisions. They will doubt your dreams. They may even criticize the direction your life is taking. But what they cannot see is what is happening behind the scenes. Because when someone is walking the chosen path, their life is not guided only by what is visible. There is a deeper guidance. A divine guidance. A purpose that was written long before they even realized it. Many chosen ones grow up feeling different. Even as children, they sense that something about them does not quite fit into the world around them. They observe things others ignore. They feel emotions more deeply. They notice energies, intentions, and truths that others overlook. And sometimes this difference can feel like a burden. Because when you see more, you also understand more. And understanding more often brings challenges that others never have to face. The chosen path often begins with confusion. Moments where nothing in life seems to make sense. Situations where doors close unexpectedly. Friendships that suddenly disappear. Opportunities that seem to slip away at the last moment. And during these moments, it is easy to believe that life is working against you. But what many people do not realize is that these moments are often the first steps of preparation. Preparation for something greater. Because the chosen path is not about comfort. It is about transformation. Transformation requires pressure. Transformation requires growth. And growth rarely happens in easy circumstances. Think about the strongest trees in the forest. They do not grow in protected environments. They grow in places where they must withstand storms. Where the wind tests their roots. Where the rain and the sun shape their strength. Chosen ones are built in the same way. They are shaped through experiences that others might not survive. They are trained through challenges that others would avoid. And sometimes, the very hardships that seem unfair are the exact things that are preparing them for their destiny. One of the hardest parts of walking the chosen path is the feeling of isolation. You may feel like you are surrounded by people, yet somehow still alone. You may feel like your thoughts are different from everyone else's. Your dreams may seem bigger than what others believe is possible. Your perspective on life may go deeper than the conversations around you. And this can make you feel misunderstood. But there is a reason for this. The chosen path often requires separation. Not because you are better than others, but because your mission requires a different environment. Sometimes people are removed from your life not as a punishment, but as protection. Because not everyone is meant to walk with you to the place you are going. There are people who belong to certain chapters of your story. And there are people who belong to the final chapters. And confusing the two can create unnecessary pain. Chosen ones often experience betrayal. People they trusted. People they supported. People they believed would always be there. Sometimes those very people become the ones who hurt them the most. And when that happens, it can feel devastating. But betrayal has a strange way of revealing truth. It exposes intentions that were hidden. It removes illusions that were holding you back. And sometimes it clears space for the right people to enter your life. Because the chosen path requires clarity. It requires truth. And sometimes truth only becomes visible when the masks fall away. Another powerful sign of the chosen path is resilience. Chosen ones may fall many times. They may face losses that others cannot imagine. They may walk through seasons where everything seems uncertain. But no matter how many times life knocks them down, something inside them refuses to stay down. There is a quiet strength within them. A voice that says, keep going. Even when everything else says stop. Even when the world feels heavy. Even when the future looks unclear. That voice continues to guide them forward. And that voice is not random. It is the voice of purpose. Purpose does not always appear with clear instructions. Sometimes it appears as a feeling, a sense that you are meant for something more, a feeling that your life has a deeper meaning, a pull toward growth, truth, and impact. Many chosen ones try to ignore this feeling at first. They try to follow the normal path, the safe path, the path that everyone else expects them to take. But eventually they realize that no matter how hard they try, they cannot escape what they were meant to become. Because the chosen path does not disappear. It waits patiently until you are ready to accept it. And once you accept it, everything begins to change. Your mindset changes. Your priorities change. The things that once mattered begin to lose their importance. And the things that once seemed impossible begin to feel within reach. You begin to see life through a different lens. Challenges no longer look like punishment. They look like preparation. Setbacks no longer look like failure. They look like redirection. And suddenly the pieces of your past begin to make sense. The struggles, the lessons, the moments that once felt meaningless. They all begin to connect into a bigger picture. A picture that reveals why your journey had to be different. Because the chosen path is not just about personal success. It is about influence. It is about impact. It is about becoming someone who can inspire others to rise above their own limitations. Many people who walk the chosen path eventually become guides for others. Not because they plan to, but because their life story becomes proof that transformation is possible. People see their resilience. People see their strength. People see the way they overcame obstacles. And that inspires others to believe in their own potential. But before that moment comes, there is usually a long season of preparation. A season where the chosen one must grow in silence. A season where recognition does not yet exist. A season where the work is happening behind the scenes. This is often the most difficult part of the journey. Because it feels like nothing is happening. But in reality, everything is happening. Your character is being shaped. Your mindset is being strengthened. Your wisdom is expanding. And when the time is right, everything that was built in silence will begin to reveal itself. Because the chosen path always leads to purpose. And purpose always finds its moment. If you are walking this path right now, remember this. Your struggles are not meaningless. Your journey is not random. Your story is not finished. Every challenge you face is building something within you. Something stronger. Something wiser. Something ready for the future that is waiting ahead. And one day you will look back at the difficult seasons of your life and realize something powerful. Those moments were not there to break you. They were there to prepare you. Because the chosen path was never meant to be easy. It was meant to transform you into the person you were always meant to become. And if you have made it this far on that journey, then you are already stronger than you realize. Stay on the path. Your purpose is closer than you think.